people. I'm gonna be throwing down on some Road Rash 64. I have not played this in a little while, although I have before. I did practice a little bit before starting this video, and yeah, I didn't have it as a kid. There was a buddy of mine that lived down the street that did, and we played the shit out of this game. Definitely a lot of fun. I do enjoy it. It's good, cheap fun. It's a relatively inexpensive game. I think there's two different cartridges. I think there's a gray cartridge, but there's also a black cartridge. So, no. It's a fun game. It's not the most, like, involved game. It's pretty straightforward. There's not much in the way of a deep storyline, an involved cast of people. Yeah, I want the bearded guy. And the way that this works, if you've never played, there are, I think, 5 levels, and there are 5 races, nope, 6 races per level, and you can play these as many times as you want, even if you qualify, and you qualify by getting 3. You get a place in 3rd place or higher, and then you qualify. You can keep racing that same course, but the reward, so like for this level and this race, you'd get $450 if you place first. So, and the next time you race it, it may be like $350 or something. So, oh no, first prize $600. My mistake. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So then it would be like a $500 first prize. So, without further ado. Yeah, good, cheap fun. And I think I really enjoy this game because as a kid, one, you were never allowed to ride a motorcycle. Maybe you were one of the few people that had a dirt bike or something, which I never had. But you could imagine you're being afforded the opportunity to ride a motorcycle at high speeds and beat the shit out of people. Like, what more fun is that? There we go. Now, I also do ride motorcycles. And I would never condone this kind of behavior, but if you don't ride, I would highly recommend it. There we go. Yeah, I have a newly acquired 1973 Honda Twin Star. That's a 200. And then my first bike was a 1978 Suzuki GS 750. Fun bike. Put a lot of miles on that thing. And then my newest bike is a 2015 Yamaha FZ6R. And I love them all for different reasons. But yeah, if you've ever been interested in riding or want a way to get into it, or you want to just see if you'd even like it, I would recommend to anyone. Oh! I would recommend going to a motorcycle safety foundation course. Typically, I think every state's got one. So I'm in Illinois, and if you complete the course, there is no cost. I think it's $20. $20, and that's to hold your seat in the class. And if you complete the course, you take the test. You don't have to go to the DMV. You can take the test, the riding portion of the test right there. So it's great for people that don't have motorcycles or know somebody that's willing to lend you their motorcycle. I doubt anybody's gonna want to do that. Unless you got a really good friend. But anyhow, so it's great for people that don't have a bike. And once you complete the course, you have the option to either donate that money to... Oh, come on, give me... Almost made it. You have the option to donate that money to the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, or you can keep it. So, if you want to keep it, then you get your money back. So, definitely cool. And they provide you a motorcycle to ride on. You don't get to keep it, but it definitely gets you going. I think the biggest bike is a 250, so they're not like giving you, a 650 or something crazy to ride on for your first time. Make it pretty manageable. Definitely worthwhile. Teach you a lot of good skills and kind of get you acclimated to, what you should expect. It pales in comparison to actually being on a busy roadway. But worth it. Worth it. Worth it. Being on a road is freaky sometimes. There's too many distracted drivers on the road. Technology has not helped that at all. People fucking around on their dashboards, with their connected apps and stuff. Messing with their phones. I mean, God, and if it's not that, then I don't want to bitch too much about driving etiquette. Then it's if it's not the phones, people fucking being distracted, it's people not using their turn signals, people just not caring about... Alright, I'll take a second. No. Wow, I really fucked that up. Yeah, it's people not using their turn signals, not looking over to check their blind spot, I get amazed that most people don't even know that when you have more than one lane of traffic going in the direction you're traveling, the far left lane is the passing lane. Not the super fast lane, it is a passing lane. Get the fuck out of that lane unless you are passing somebody. It's not somewhere you really should sit. Although there is, I think the one exception is if you're gonna sit in that lane. Can I save it? Yeah. If you're gonna sit in that lane, if you see someone flying up behind you from a ways away, move the fuck over so they can go faster than you. It's not a difficult concept. Man, a little Detour Yeah, but definitely a lot of fun despite all of the heartaches being on the road with other people. The farthest trip I ever went on was from the Chicagoland area down to St. Louis. Yeah. So it was about 250 miles, and then 250 miles back. Worst fucking ride of my life. So I was going down there for a buddy's wedding that I was standing up in. Worst conditions on the way down. I think at that point I had already been riding for a year. Not too much time was spent riding in wet weather, but yeah, it was cold, it was raining, it was windy, it was shit. But it was good practice, it was a good experience in the end. I mean, I think, because that's about the worst conditions I would ever ride in, short of riding in a fucking snowstorm, which would never happen. But the upshot was, on my way back, I had the best conditions. Sunny, 78 degrees, no wind, beautiful out. Made for the best ride ever. And funny though, when I got down there, I got to my hotel down in St. Louis and parked the bike, unloaded all my shit because I had a saddlebag, a tail bag, and a tank bag for all my stuff. I was going to be there for a week, you know. So I had everything with me, some tools in case, you know, I needed. Oh, fuck. In case I needed to make a kind of, you know, small repair or something. And I drove over to my buddy's place where he was staying, and the grandfather of the bride was there. I wasn't at that house for more than 30 minutes, and her grandpa backed out of the driveway and hit my bike, knocked it over, and in the process busted my clutch lever. Horrible. I was so pissed off. I thought I was gonna cold cock this old fucking guy. And so, right, case in point, right there, there's the people not paying attention on the road. They're not looking. They don't, you know. I mean, come on, man. How the fuck do you do that? So, my saving grace with that situation was, there's a place in East St. Louis. I wouldn't recommend going there after like fucking 12 o'clock in the afternoon because all sorts of shitheads are romping around over there. There's a place called fuck. No, it's not called fuck. Okay. So I'm gonna get away from here. A place called Archway International. And they specialize in vintage motorcycle parts. And they had my clutch lever. I couldn't fucking believe it. It was like, I don't know, from where I was staying, it was a little bit of a drive. I think it was 30 minutes, 35, maybe 40 minutes. So, I don't want that. So went down there. Yeah, the guy was really cool. I got there like right when they opened at like 8 a.m. And yeah, picked up the lever. I had the tools at home. Come on, give me first. Yeah. Got back. Went to go change out clutch lever. Right, so there was like, I think, just enough where I could get 2 fingers on the lever, maybe 1, and I could still get down there. And I got back, went to start changing it. Wrong fucking clutch lever. I couldn't believe it. This dude gave me the wrong fucking one. So I called and I told him, you know, dude, you gave me the wrong one. You know, what's the deal? Can you please find the correct one? And he said he had it. He just accidentally gave me the wrong one. So I drove back and picked it up. And at that point, there was a rehearsal, and then I had to go to the rehearsal dinner after that. I had to get this shit straightened out before I got on the road again to go back home. And just got there, and on my way back after I picked it up, I had the guy actually install it with me just to be sure, because I wasn't going to chance it again. I was trying to learn from that mistake. And it worked, all hunky-dory. But then on my way back, and I think it was like a $10 lever or so, pretty reasonable. And on my way back, there was some construction on a bridge. No one out, but photo enforced, and fuck. Photo enforced, and I got a speeding ticket. So, $100. I didn't realize it at the time that I had gotten a speeding ticket, because they just mail that shit to you at your house. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. They mail it to your house. So I got back after this wedding. I think there was like 2 days afterward. Yeah, check the mail. City of St. Louis. What the fuck? Why would I get anything like this from there? And sure enough, it was so funny because on the ticket it actually said, "This is not a moving violation." Like, I never understood that. My only thought was that possibly, I don't know, it was because it was a photo, so there wasn't any evidence to support me actually moving. But that makes no sense, because they have to take 2 photos and then measure the distance between where you are in the first photo and where you are in the second photo, and then they can figure it out. Although the other way that I think most of these things are working by is, there's just a radar gun, and then the radar gun triggers the camera. So, anyway. Needless to say, I did not learn my lesson about speeding, and I don't really speed all that much. It was a construction zone, so I wasn't paying attention. That was, not smart at all, but I typically don't speed. I don't like to. I don't like to perpetuate the narrative that people on motorcycles are reckless and just dangerous people and thrill seekers and all that. You can be on a bike and riding normally, and you are getting all the thrills you would ever need, man. You do not need to go 100 miles an hour. But, okay. Big Jim, god damn it. I ended up years later on that same bike, this GS 750, getting a speeding ticket in a small town at like 2 a.m. I was doing 70 and a 40. That was stupid. And at the time, Illinois had just changed the law on speeding, and the cop could have wrote me up for reckless driving, because if it was 71 miles an hour in a 40, man, barely got third. I don't even think I was on the bike then. If you would have wrote 71 and a 40, yeah, reckless driving, I'm pretty sure my license would have been suspended right there. Anyway, so they had just changed the law, and it was no longer a Class B misdemeanor for excessive speeding. I think it's like over 15 miles an hour. Maybe it was over 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. And they changed it to a Class A. So at that point, it was mandatory court appearance. So fuck, I've never been to court before. I've never had to go. And I went, and it was $500 ticket and 12 months of conditional court supervision. So, fuck. Welcome to level 2. So if it wasn't the speeding on the bridge in St. Louis, it was tearing ass alongside the Fox River, doing 70 and a 40. I learned my lesson that fucking day, man, and did not want to experience that again. I think if I had gotten another ticket within those 12 months, I would have had my license suspended, definitely. I checked how many points I had against my driving record. That pedestrian. Ooh! Not paying attention. Yeah, so that would have been kind of detrimental. Because I drive a lot. At the time, I was driving out to where I was going to school, Northern Illinois University. Go Huskies. No, I don't really care much about their sports. I don't care much about that school either. But I was driving out there for class, and I didn't necessarily live close. So I think there's a 4 times damage up here. I remember. Yeah. So if I would have got my license pulled, yeah, I would have been pissed. And what's worse is in Illinois, I don't know what it's like in other states, but if you get a ticket, they'll take your license, and then you'll get your license back in the mail. So in my case, they had it at the courthouse. And they always staple it, so fuck your license up and put holes in it. So, but for that period of time where I didn't have my license, I couldn't show ID. You drive with the ticket on you, and that suffices as your driver's license. So if you want to go to a bar or you want to go buy alcohol somewhere, if you don't have a state ID, which is basically just identification to confirm your age, doesn't license you to do anything, yeah, you're screwed. So I was going to places with like my fucking birth certificate and shit, and there were a couple places, a lot of laughs from people, but I was going with friends, you know, and wanted to drink while I was there. Yeah, there were a couple places people were pretty understanding, and you know, whatever. It was an experience, and that's what counts. So, and experiences also taught me, though, ride in fucking full gear, man. Just wear a helmet, wear a jacket, wear gloves, protect yourself. Best advice I was given at that motorcycle safety class was, it is not if you are going to get in an accident, it is when, because you will inevitably drop the bike, get hit someone. Like, there we go. I'm gonna do there. Whoa, fuck no. You will get in an accident, no doubt. So anyone that wants to get into riding or is new to riding, don't think you're invincible. You will get in an accident. And I thought that I would be hard pressed to find myself in a situation where I would actually, get hurt or be part of an accident. And sure enough, I was. Thankfully, it was a very small one. So anyway, I'm saying this to say that's really good advice, because every decision you make before you're on a bike, while you're on a bike, should be in preparation for getting in an accident. So keep yourself covered. Cover everything that you want to try and save. Your face, arms, legs. Wear the proper shoes, gloves. Pavement sucks. Yeah, it will shred you the fuck up. You will get Road Rash. So, definitely worthwhile to invest in some good gear. Don't get chintzy, bitches. Get an HJC or something at least better than or equivalent to an HJC helmet. They make good stuff. Get a quality jacket, either textile or leather. I was riding a class actually when I got in that accident, and for anyone who cares, I was driving northbound on Annie Glidden Road, and that was at Route 38. I was getting so just past the rail, the train track overpass, and I was driving on the right lane, and there was a woman in front of me. I was maintaining a pretty good distance, but everyone was slowing down because we were coming up to this light. Well, there was a guy that, holy shit. There was a guy that was flying up in the lane next to us and just cut the woman in front of me off. And kind of leading up to that, we were all slowing down and getting closer and closer in distance from one another, everyone in that lane. And the guy cut this lady off and slammed on his brakes because he was going to try and make the same right-hand turn that we were. And yeah, slammed on my brakes, and I did my best to make a hard left to get away from him. And I just ever so slightly clipped her left taillight. And yeah, that threw my handlebars in the other direction, and I got thrown off the bike. I slid a little bit on the ground. I bruised my leg up pretty good after that, and I rolled into oncoming traffic, or the other lanes going the other direction, and thankfully the people that were driving in those lanes saw me and stopped. But if it was busy traffic out and there was a car there, I would have hit it, and I probably would have got a lot more fucked up than I did. No broken bones or anything. I did not make it to class after that. There's a triage there at the student health services building, and got some x-rays. Everything was fine, just bruised up a little bit. And the bike was fine. I didn't break the front fork seals. I didn't really damage anything other than the case on the left side of the bike, and fuck you. And scratched up the peg a little bit, but it was mostly rubber that just got scraped up a little. And then the left side handlebar, so not bad. And then the mounting brackets for my windshield were fucked. And that's right, man. More and more is coming to me. And then my left turn signal was not working properly, so I was bent up a little bit, and then I think they lost the connection with the wire on it, so something was not right there. So anyway, that turned into a little bit of a project. Luckily, the woman who I hit was very sweet. She was very understanding of the whole situation. She was another student there at the university, and I had nowhere to put this windshield. I asked the cop, I was like, "Hey, could you take this, and I'll be back tomorrow. I have class tomorrow. I'll stop at the police station and I'll pick it up. I'd really appreciate it." And he said no, they couldn't do that. Evidence room can't really support anything like that, and take up space. I'm like, but it's gonna be the next fucking day, man. I'm having the shittiest day I've had all year, and you're fucking me out of just this little bit of help. So, the lady, though, was kind enough. She was driving a van. She said, I'll take it, and, you're going to be here tomorrow. I can come by, and you can pick it up at this Walgreens, like, literally right where that accident happened. And she did. She showed up. She gave me her number. We met up. I actually just showed up and bought her a coffee. I had a coffee there. I noticed she was drinking coffee when we had that accident, so I figured it was the least I could do to... she was going to be there anyway, but... yeah, get her some coffee before class, and then, yeah, picked up my windshield. And then, so, to make that situation even better, there's a motorcycle shop that I go to, and they had kind of a miscellaneous parts box, right? Nothing crazy, but in that box, I managed to find all of the brackets for my exact windshield. I mean, everything. And the lady even that was helping me there, she said, I've been here for like 7 years. I've never seen anything like that happen. No one's ever found exactly what they needed, which was great because they had that discount, those little brackets discounted so heavily. It really made it worthwhile to look and see if they had it in there. And I think the alternative was like $70 fucking for some little mounts for a windshield. No way, not doing it. So that worked out. And then the most expensive thing was just ordering the replacement turn signals. But that was easy enough. That was easy to install, and just doing the wiring for it. That was the only accident I was ever part of. Just silly shit. So dumb.
Drop it.
Alright, what do we got here? Race 6. Oh, 7. There's 8 races here? Well, the last one had 6. Huh. Okay. And yeah, you already see the length is getting a little bit longer for these, so I think by the end of the game, there's some serious, it's a serious marathon, man. You are riding for a while, and it becomes less about preserving your health from getting thrown off the bike. You're gonna get thrown off because you're gonna keep getting hit because it's such a long race. You're bound to run into these a-holes more and more. But the bottom bar on the top left is that green one. Ass white. That bottom bar is your bike's health. So I trashed the bike there, and now it's one notch lower. So if you get that bar all the way down, you have to take it to a garage and pay a mechanic to fix the bike, yada yada yada. No way to avoid that. See, like at this point now, I don't even want to fucking get close to these people. Because I don't want to lay the bike down again. Woo, somehow got third on that though. It's too funny. Too funny. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Yeah, making some headway. We only got 2 races here in the second level. What is it? There 5 levels? I think 5 levels? Yeah. So let's try and make it at least halfway through level 3. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, played the shit out of this game as a kid. It's always over at my buddy's Drew's house to play this. You know, no one cared. Our parents didn't care. It was no more violent than any of the other stuff we'd see on TV. So, no swearing, and that was their biggest thing. No blood. I thought I was gonna get around it. Yeah, what's better to any young boy than riding motorcycles and hitting other people while doing over 100 miles an hour down a road? What more could you ask for? And I don't have a preference really with, I don't subscribe to the crotch rocket sport bike and cruiser debate. That's stupid. I don't. We're all motorcyclists, you know. By right. Okay, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, we're all experiencing. Wow, I'm really up there now. We're experiencing the same problems. We all ride the same roads. We all take the same risks as motorcyclists. Who gives a fuck what you're on? Dude, I wave to... So you'll see sometimes people that ride, they'll wave to each other with their left hand as they pass one another. And there's a little bit of camaraderie there. But I'll wave to anybody. There's some people that's on two wheels, I mean. There's some people that ride that won't wave to people on scooters, or if they're on a sport bike, they won't wave to guys on cruisers or Harleys or whatever, and then vice versa. I'll wave to anybody. I don't give a fuck, and they don't even need to reciprocate it. Fuck that, you know, who cares? You just wave to say hey. I mean, I wave to my neighbors whether I like them or not. Say hey. You know, we live in the neighborhood. Want to be friendly and say hello, you know, it's cool. So, yeah, that carries over for me with riding. Just wave to anybody. I don't care if you're on a scooter. You get it. You get the dangers of being on a bike. You're hard to be seen on something that small, though. So I don't do the whole group riding thing either. And group riding, the meetups and stuff, that I never liked doing that. Really, I don't know. It's fun to like go. I've been to a couple motorcycle shows. Went to Progressive International Motorcycle Show. That's fun to go to. But never did meetups or anything. And group rides are kind of dangerous. The reason I don't do that is because you don't know. Okay, get the hell out of there. You don't know. The majority of the time when there's a meetup and they do a group ride, you don't know any of these people, and you can't predict their behavior. So you don't know if they're going to want to pop wheelies or go flying past you, or if everyone's going to want to be orderly, staggered lines. You know, you have a lead rider and a destination with a route already planned. So that's the best case scenario. But it doesn't always work out that way. I've seen too many videos on YouTube of people that are part of group rides, and then, yeah, they get hit by the next guy because they didn't know that they were going to be speeding, or what. So, not worth it. I'll only go with a couple of people if I know them, and I've known them for a while. Pops. Dirty Ed. Yeah, some of these names are hysterical. Norwin? That's a name right there. Not bad, not bad. Alright, go to the bike shop, get a new bicycle. Bicycles. I kind of want more durability than handling, really. It's so close, like... The Dumoto 750. Oh, I can't afford it. Fuck. Well... Nah, let's do another race. What do I need to... I need to... It was 7,350. Okay, let's win another race then. Let's do the shortest race. That's it right there. Yeah. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, I want to be able to get that the preferred bike. I don't want to get hung out with the bike I don't want. Yeah, the gameplay here is pretty tight. It's a challenging game at times. Ooh. Like that. I've never seen anything quite like that before in this game. But I think it's kind of a rubber band race where you can never get so far away from everybody that you can't catch up. You're always afforded the opportunity to get back with the pack and make it back to first place. So it's sort of like Mario Kart, you know. If you get knocked off, you spawn a little bit further down the track so you don't, you know, at least have a chance at getting first. But these other opponents can be pretty wicked, man. Yeah, there's first. A belly dance for you, baby. Come on, give me. All right, perfect. There we go. We good. We good. Give me that Dumoto. Fuck the Thrashers. Level 3? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alright, I'm gonna try making it halfway through this level. And then we'll call it quits. Oh, I have a stun gun now. Love the sound effect in that. Oh, I'm gonna get somebody. Because they throw their arms out and like shake, you know, it's kind of fun. There they go. Ah, I'm paying more attention to where the other riders are. Well, I screwed myself right there. Woo! Coming in hot. Yeah, so you can't really get too far away from everybody. But it's still kind of a challenging game. It's definitely a fun multiplayer game. I'd recommend playing with other people. It's good fun. I think my favorite part of this game, and it makes no sense, it's the insanity levels right near the end. They give you a bike that'll do like 300 miles an hour. It's stupid. Ah, that was a pretty poor turn. They'll give you a bike that does like 300 miles an hour and put you on courses that you have no chance of fucking beating. Fuck that though, I'm gonna do it anyway. Make it work. You just gotta really be on the throttle and brake pretty hard, and you can make it, I'm sure. We'll see when we get there. the... And then I think there is a level where there just is... It's like a drag strip, right? And then all you do is just fucking fly full force into a wall. It's hysterical. I don't even know what... I think that's in this game. It's been a while since I've played all the way to the end like that. But it might only be available in a different mode. I'm not sure. I don't think it's in the big game mode. Let's see. How many races are there? 6, 7, 8. Okay. Alright, so we'll make it to race 4. We gotta qualify in all those races. And we will call it quits. Some of the texture quality is kind of shitty. Pretty low polygon count on the characters, but you know, I will admit the gameplay is very smooth. It's pretty good. I'm just zapping all these modes. It's a very smooth running game for an N64, and it fucking better be. Fuck you. Success. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. There's a good level called Ped Hunt. Where you just try and run over as many pedestrians as possible. And they're hysterical too. They're like rigid fucking sticks when you hit them. They don't go flailing. There wasn't any ragdoll effects for this generation of video games. There was not enough hardware to support it. And we lost a couple people in this race. Too many people wrecked or got busted. There was a pedestrian under that truck. Oh god, that's hysterical. There you go, got one. Almost there, almost there. I don't want that. Boom. Yeah, we lost 3 people. Lucky Gene got busted. Oh, the irony. Oh, there's only 9 people that ride now. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Not understanding that. Now there's 10 here. Maybe it has to do with the size of the track. Maybe the track couldn't support that many moving characters on the screen at once. I mean, look at how much action's going on, and you haven't really lost a frame. No, at least it doesn't look like it. Everything's running pretty smooth. So, I say cool. Doesn't really even bother me that, like, the road looks like smeared ass. It's not really a problem to me. And there is... The fog isn't too bad. I mean, I could see far enough ahead, you know, so it matters and helps me. Fuck. Hank, man. Back off. So it's not too bad. It's not like, what's a game? Like Turok. Turok was kind of bad too. I don't even think the fog was this far. I think that fucking Christ, man. Get me out of here. Oh, Tiny, what are you doing? We are way the fuck behind now. I can't afford to crash again. I'm gonna get screwed. Staying away from everybody. I do not need that sauce anywhere. No, no, don't hit me. Okay, not fucking with me. Get this guy. Oh. Friendly. All right. Fuck, man. Woo. Whoa, 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 man. Boom. I can't believe I made it out of that alive. Holy shit. It's all good. Fucking Daryl. Not bad. Alright, here we are, race 4. Actually, I should save before I forget. Yes. But I can't forget to save again. Yeah, 10 people on this one too. I thought there were 11 on the other races. Oh no, that was the person that wasn't fucking with me. Fuck you. The not so lucky Gene. Truck sort of reminded me of Toad's Turnpike a little. Taunt the cop. I think this island that I'm on is like fully explorable. Like if I didn't want to complete this race, I could just go all over the damn place and don't need to... I wonder how big this map is. It can't be that big. Here we go. Got another pedestrian. That didn't sound good behind me. Oh, that's interesting. You hit the brake and he moves his legs a little to signify, well, because so there's two, for those who don't know, there's two brakes on a motorcycle. There's a front brake, and that's, you know, on your handlebar, and then there's a rear brake that's on your foot. It's your right foot. So, maybe he's braking his rear tire a little when he's moving this. So that's a pretty cool attention to detail. I hadn't thought about that. I'm just gonna keep off-roading over here. Let my health regenerate a little. Come on, yeah, let's finish on a high note. Come on, give me first. Give me first. Oh, bitch! Yeah, it's upsetting. Oh, man. All right. What did I get? I love the prizes when you don't. A drink coaster. There we go. Come on. Talon. Whoa. Oh man, on the hill. Holy shit, what the fuck? You get up there, man, when you hit jumps and stuff, or jump off a car, or wheelie off a car. You get like fucking 3 stories in the air. It's kind of impressive. Ooh, saving it. Fuck, no, 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 no. Shortcut. No fucks given. And you're not penalized for that either. There's no way to really get in trouble, I think. I think you just straight up cut across everything. That might be a good, I don't know if there's any speed runners for this game. I'd be kind of surprised. Actually, I wouldn't, never mind. A racing game is like inherently speed running. It's like perpetual speed running. Whoever can do it the fastest is the best. That's how racing works. I'm an idiot. Fuck. I wonder why they call him Tiny. Yeah, this is starting to prove to be a little challenging. Oh, man! You're kidding me! Ah! So close. Yeah, I don't stand a chance to winning now. Fuck. Shitty. Okay, this is getting challenging. I'm not losing. I'm not getting busted or wrecking the bike, so whatever. But still. Get over here, you. Wow, that was like a triple kill, dude. I have not played, for as much as I've played this game, I have not played any of the older Road Rash games. I kind of wish I did. That was good reaction time. I have not played any of the older games, but from what I've been told, oh no, and I have seen it too. They have some of the hokiest fucking cutscenes. Pretty funny though. I haven't played them though. They look fun. I'm not sure I'll like it as much as I like this. Oh, okay. I thought I got busted by a cop there. Yeah, this game is just near and dear to my heart. It's just put in a lot of time, you know, hanging with a buddy of mine. So. I gotta be nearing. Gotta be nearing the end here. We gotta be getting kind of close. Fuck. There we are. Come on. I'm hanging third. Maybe get first. Maybe get, Yeah! Yeah! That's what's up. Alright. Let's take a look at the next bike. I'm gonna grab. Get a 900 or a 959. Alright, got a ways to go for the money. I'll probably go with the Firecracker, honestly. Because we're starting to move so fast on these bikes, I prefer a little bit better handling than durability. Because I haven't wrecked the bike once. I haven't gotten busted either, so not bad. Save this real quick. Yes. Boom. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. If you watched till the end, hope you enjoyed it. And you will catch me next time, finishing out the next couple of levels. And see if we can get to those insanity races with those bikes that go 300 miles an hour. So, once again, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll catch you next time. Take care.